Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Clayton again. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be working on pruning onion starts. So right here I've got 3 different varieties of perennial onions that I've started. The third one's not doing too great right now, but the other 2 you can see are starting to bend over. And that is because they've gotten so tall and so heavy that all that weight just brings them over. So what we're going to do today is just trim off the top pieces of those onions, which will allow them to stand up again. And if you can see, right there for example, there is a second leaf starting on most of these onions. And what that is, or why that's important, is the more leaves you get on your onion bulb, the larger the bulb is. So we want to encourage the growth of that next leaf, which will make the plant more sturdy and the bulb larger. So we're going to go ahead and start cutting now. And you generally want to leave about 1 inch in height. A little bit more is better than a little bit less, because we still want these onions to do photosynthesis. We just don't want them to fall over. Now is a good time that if you see any roots showing, you can rebury those. And if you don't really care about how things are going to look, it really doesn't matter if you leave any of your trimmings in the pot. Like, that's okay. I'm just taking them off because you can cook with these if you want to. Maybe throw them in a salad. It's just like eating sprouts. And I'm feeling pretty lucky. Obviously I've got tons of onions, and with all of these being perennial onions, it means that they're just going to multiply like regular bulbs, and they're going to keep on coming back. So if not all of these make it, that's okay. And if they do all make it, I've got gifts for friends, and I can decorate my garden with more onions. That one's just a little, the roots are on the surface. And so the roots are on the surface for some of these at least, because these are a surface sow crop. Which means you throw the seeds right on the surface, keep them in a humid environment, and they grow. And you might slightly bury them, just a little bit of soil over top of them. But in general, you're going to see a little bit of that root popping up, which you can just bury again. And these I'm just going to go real fast, because if they lay down, that's okay. Or, well, not if they lay down, that's okay. It's if those little extra trimmings are there, that's fine. They'll grow up through them. They shouldn't bother anything. So you can make this as fast as you want it to go. Trim real quick, especially if you've got a lot of onions and you don't really need all of them. I want all of my onions to live, but I don't want to make a really long, boring video for you guys. So there we go. And some of these are still standing up, but they can manage a little bit of a trim because they've already got their second leaves popping up. There we go. Might be a couple extras that are hiding in here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Oh, one more over here. So, the reason I chose these perennial onions is because I'm a bit of a lazy gardener. I don't feel like planting onions every single year, and it's kind of annoying that I have to go out and buy like the bulblets at the store. So why wouldn't I just have something that constantly grows back? That makes the most sense to me. Plus, if you're into like the no-till gardening, or just like something that's easier and less maintenance, this would be it. Really, the only thing you have to worry about is having too many onions. So all you have to do is, like you would for any other bulb, is just dig them up and spread them back apart. And if you don't want to plant more, you eat them. Pretty simple. So yeah, while we're out here, I'll show you guys some of the other starts that I have hardening out here. It made it just above 50 today, so I figured it was time for a little vacation for my seedlings. So there we go. Here I've got 2 different varieties of cabbages. Then I've got a vining perennial spinach over here. Let's see, I wrote the name on this. Siberian pea shrub, that's going to be our perennial nitrogen fixer. A couple of eggplants are included in here. And then here, let's see, kales, kohlrabis, a lot of Swiss chard. In the back, I have maca root, which hasn't sprouted yet. So if anybody has ever sprouted maca root before and has any tips, please let me know. And then this is my solanaceous crop tray. So I've got ground cherries or golden berries, gooseberries, tomatoes. I've got some peppers. There's peppers in my other trays. And then 1 or 2 eggplants are included in here because they sprouted faster than all my other eggplants. Yeah, and I'll do more videos on my other stuff once those have gotten a little bit bigger. You can see my tomatoes are just getting those initial leaves, those first true leaves. My cabbages and kales are also they're actually getting their second true leaves. So I did start the cabbages and kales and the other brassicas later than I was supposed to, but I also started my tomatoes about a week earlier than I was supposed to. So I'm kind of averaging things out. I've learned now that, you know, I got a little bit of stretch in my tomatoes. They're a little too tall, a little too lanky, which is why I'm taking the chance of bringing them out here and trying to harden them off a little bit earlier. So next year I'll probably plant them 5 weeks before my last frost, because I've been reading a couple of different books about growing tomatoes, and they suggest, you know, 6 weeks is just a little too much. So I'm going to keep that in mind for next year. Okay, and if you liked this video, please leave a comment down below and leave a like if you liked it. If you have any more suggestions for videos, let me know. I always want to make videos that are important to people and like answer questions that people want answered. And don't forget to subscribe. Almost forgot my snack. Chivy.